He's angry about mortgages. It's Angry Mortgage. He's swearing. He's cursing loud. He's old. He's opinionated. And he's been doing this so damn long. This program is about mortgages, and this is mortgage advice, but the advice may not apply to your situation. Contact licensed mortgage professionals for specific recommendations before you make decisions about mortgages. You may not agree with Ron, but if you don't, he thinks you're wrong. Oh, and did we say there is a lot of swearing?
And we are back, and like a famous returning guest, like seriously, like there's, is there a prize? Did they give you a prize for being a returning guest?
I didn't get fuck all when I walked through the door.
No, but they want to give you some merch.
They did want to give me some merch. They said, why aren't you taking the merch?
You need some swag, okay?
I'm very happy that you have the swag, and it's available now for all of your viewers.
But it doesn't say Butler. It says Angry Mortgage.
It does say Angry Mortgage. You're right.
Yeah. And you are like a participant. You are like a returning guest.
I am.
Okay.
I don't know why, but thank you for having me. By the way, in the comments below, please let me know if you want me to keep coming back. I just don't want to be dog shit for all the people that watch.
Honest to Christ, though, I could give a fuck about the comments, really. I mean, at the end, look, we get some great comments in the we get lots of comments. Like we get hundreds and hundreds of comments. Mm-hmm. Okay, and some of them are absolutely great.
Right.
And some of them are batshit fucking crazy. Okay, and that's the minority. Okay, and we just block them anyway.
Okay.
Like guys come on and saying, "Hey, you might think you're smart, but you're not." Okay, so I don't know if that contributes to the whole mortgage story, okay. Or housing story. Okay,
as long as you're going to have me coming back, I'm happy to be here. Thanks. No,
it's my pleasure. But you need to take some merch because it's not Butler oriented. It's just Angry Mortgage oriented.
Gotcha.
And of course, it has the benefit of the slogan "Stop the fuckery." Okay?
I did notice that.
Yeah, that's going to be our theme moving forward. Although we are developing some graphics on dog crate condos.
Okay.
Like we have dogs caged in condos. Like they're looking out the window of a tiny condo.
Okay.
Up in the sky. Like it's clearly a condo building, a high-rise condo building. And dogs are all looking out the windows. And there's some bars around them.
I love it.
That's our next project.
That's the next project. Okay.
Next project is the anime of dog crate condos. Okay. That's
I've never thought I'd hear anime and Ron Butler in the same
and dog crate condos all at the same time. Yeah, exactly. So, we just, you might not realize this. Talking about television, we are only 4 blocks away from the Star Trek studios. I didn't know this myself. I did not know this.
You just found this out.
I just found this out, yeah.
Star Trek was shot 4 blocks away.
Still is being shot right now. They're on to the next season. This season came out as
Star Trek. It's still a thing?
Star Trek, yes. It's still a thing. This is going to be, I think, the last season or close to the last season. But yeah, it's all filmed in Mississauga. It's filmed on the Mississauga side. I'm on the Toronto side. Yeah. The border is very close.
Shout out West Mall.
The border, yeah. Border is very close. Yeah. Okay. There's a sign in a few hundred meters. There's a sign that says you're now entering Mississauga.
Little fact: I was born in Etobicoke General Hospital.
Sure.
There you go.
There you go. It's like it's a place. People are saying, "What the fuck is an Etobicoke?" Everybody in British Columbia, Alberta, and every other province is saying, "What the fuck's Etobicoke?" I thought these guys are in Toronto.
It's like when I hear Coquitlam or something. Like I don't know.
I've been to Coquitlam many times.
I have not.
I know where Coquitlam is. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm just saying it's the same.
It's one of my strange. It's not a talent, but strange.
I'd say it's a skill.
Strange affectations that I've lived in so many parts of Canada. I've been to all the towns.
Yeah.
So I've been.
You are that person. I mentioned something.
I am
like,
that person.
Oh, I'm going to do because you do TIFF. I'm going to do my Ron Butler. I've been there.
Yeah. I've been there. I mean, I've been there. I've been to all these. I've been to all these places. Fuck. Strange places too. Like you talk to the average guy and gal in Ontario.
Thank you for including the sisters.
That's right. Has never been to Tabor, Alberta.
Tabor?
Yeah, I have been to Tabor.
Okay, what's in Tabor?
Potatoes.
Okay.
So I've been to all the towns. Lethbridge, windiest place on earth. Okay. Red Deer, right smack in the middle of Edmonton, Calgary. I've been everywhere. Everywhere. I spent a month in Regina one weekend. Okay, it's It's a thing.
It's a
It's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. So yeah, I spent like the coldest day of my life in Winnipeg once. Okay, like we think it's fucking cold here. It's off the fucking charts cold in Winnipeg.
Is Winnipeg the city in the prairies where, if in the winter when you round a corner in the downtown, you just get blasted by the westerly wind? There's a famous intersection.
Well, there's Portage in Maine. Yeah,
maybe that's it.
Yeah,
is that Winnipeg?
Yeah, that's Winnipeg.
There you go.
Okay. But hold on, I lived in Edmonton for years.
Okay,
and Edmonton is a place where in the wintertime it goes to below 30 degrees. Now, the interesting thing about minus 30 is Celsius and Fahrenheit meet.
Correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Other important facts about minus 30. Exposed flesh will freeze.
Right.
In any sort of wind.
Right.
And there's a general jeopardy that if you're walking too much outside, one of your eyes will freeze shut.
Oh my God. Has this happened to you?
Yeah, it's happened to me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's happened to me once.
Wow.
And it is true, but the other true thing about minus 40 is, and there's some health dangers involved in this, but at minus 40, if you stand up on the top of a trailer, like every drilling rig, every seismic rig, there's you bring a trailer, okay? At minus 40, if you climb up to the top of the trailer and piss, your pee will be ice crystals by the time it hits the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cold. Those places are cold. Saskatoon can get really cold too.
Also, if your brajoli is exposed to cold air that long.
Well, that's the health issue. Like you're trying to piss fast enough to create the ice cube pee,
right?
And also you got to get that back in.
Get the brajoli back in the casserole. You got to get it back in your pants.
That's
it. That's right.
You will lose the tip.
100%.
The tip will be frostbite. It will happen.
There you go.
So there's all kinds of dangers to that. How do we get here? How did we get to this place?
Etobicoke, Star Trek. I don't know.
Pissing ice cubes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I was kind of fascinated by the Star Trek thing. Like it's right there. It's like
that is
4
pretty
blocks
cool.
away. Okay?
That is pretty cool.
And I have this on good authority. The captain of this Star Trek show is a guy named Anson Mount. That's the actor.
Okay.
And I have it on very good authority from multiple sources that in real life, he is an asshole.
Okay.
In real life.
There you go.
Just every minute, he's an asshole. Okay. Everyone working there thinks he's an asshole and on and on.
Okay.
So if Mr. Mount wants to sue me, he should remember he's an American citizen and it is difficult to do this litigation.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You should have just said allegedly he's an asshole.
I think he's in the don't care mode so much that I think I'm okay.
Okay. All right.
And it's allegedly, just to cover ourselves.
There
Allegedly an asshole.
There you go. There you go.
So, Rob, the thing that we talk about when we get together is mortgages from a street view. Like we're doing it day in, day out. You're doing it more than me because I got a bunch of employees who are doing it. I just sort of hear the things that happen, but you're doing it every day, talking to people every day. And this is what we like to focus on with this episode is exactly what is going on. And it's Ontario oriented, but a lot of things can be true across Canada. Mm-hmm. And we're going to touch on some of the things that are universally true across Canada in the mortgage business. But this is the street level, the actual day in, day out of the mortgage business today. And one of the things we both agreed on is that business this year is up.
It is. Yep.
Business is up.
Yep.
So we should break down why business is up because every realtor that you and I know is looking for a side hustle. Okay. It's bad. Real estate bad.
Yeah. The outliers in the real estate world are doing well, right? It's lower than it has been, but the outliers, like, the top 5% are doing okay. But yes.
But they sort of always do okay.
Correct. That's what I mean, yeah. Right? But generally speaking, yeah, there's more inventory in my local market. In the Royal City, Guelph, Shadow Guelph. There's more inventory now than there, I think, ever has been, but I haven't had those stats in front of me recently.
But it makes sense because, Guelph has grown. So if there's a lot of inventory after it's grown for 20 years, this would be the most in history, right?
Correct.
So,
yeah. So, but it is generally slower. We are closing purchases this month, but it's not like what it normally should be.
Right.
Right.
And that's statistically proven.
Correct.
So when we look at all the stats about in Ontario, we're talking 20-year lows in purchase activity.
Yes.
Everywhere we go.
Yes.
Now, that said, one thing you and I have both noticed is an uptick. And sometimes you got to be careful when you say these things. It's like you're calling a bottom and now everything's going to be sunshine, which is abso-fucking-lutely not what I'm saying. Okay,
Right.
Let's get clear on that.
Right.
Like when things are at 20, 25-year lows, and by the way, there's more people.
Way more people.
More and more people in the province.
Way more people.
So when we talk about 25-year lows and 20-year lows in activity, that's really, really fucking bad because there's like 25% more people, 30% more people. So it's really a statistical disaster.
Yes.
Okay. So very slow real estate, but both you and I noticed starting in about end of April, purchase business, because we finance purchases, right? People come to us, hey, I bought a house, need a mortgage. Starting at the end of April, pre-approval and purchase activity started to tick up from like bizarrely low to just very low. Okay. And that sort of continued through May and June, falling off now. And the first week or so of July, falling off now, but that's a normal summer lull, right? So it's always,
right.
You know, when all
away.
the kids are out of school,
right?
You know, and vacation looms large, and August, and it's hotter than fuck. So we got to go out and go to the pool party. We got to go to the cottage. Got to go to the lake. We got to go. We got to get out, and we won't think about a house for a while. Okay, and that's the normal. Every year we see the same thing. But it was interesting that normally a spring selling season in real estate starts in like February.
Correct.
Dead as a doorknob.
Correct.
March, dead as a doorknob.
Yep.
And then suddenly it came late. Now, here's one thing. So naturally, the fucking lunatic realtors who are on television or in there's some really honest realtors too.
Yeah, of course.
I had one on my show just a couple of weeks ago. Super honest guy. But a lot of realtors are saying, yeah, business is taking off. This is your last chance to buy. You are never going to have a chance to buy if you don't hurry up and buy right now.
Right.
Like I got like Mr. Botox on the television. He's on like because this guy's never aged.
Is this the guy that has a front row seat at the Raptors games?
No.
Okay.
This is the guy who is on the TV.
Okay.
And he is been on for 20 years.
Okay.
And he gives real estate advice, and it's don't say it.
Okay, yeah.
Because
that
guy can sue me. Okay. So that guy who always is the same. It's always today is always the best day to buy real estate. Okay. Right. Also, he's not aged. He has no gray hairs in 20 years. I think he's in his 60s. Okay.
Wow. Bless his heart.
He has absolutely no gray hairs.
Great genetics.
And he looks
L'Oreal.
Now, I'll be honest with you. He takes care of himself. Like he's trim, fit, looks great.
Sure.
But there might be some Botox involved. I don't know. Can't be sure.
Sure.
But you know, hair, not one gray hair.
Not one gray hair.
In his 60s. I mean, Rob.
Great genetics.
Between you and me, that ain't easy.
Oh,
okay.
Hey.
That ain't easy.
You're preaching to the choir here.
Not easy, that is. Okay, so his position lately has been, wow, everything's coming back. This is the business is just perked up, lots of showings, multiple bids. Wait, not the 30 multiple bids that we had in 2021, but like 4 multiple bids. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got to admit, that's one. There's a certain level of lying that exists in some professions that is just off the hook. But of course, if you just preface everything by saying, in my opinion, you're good.
That's right.
Okay, you're good. All right, but there has been this uptick in purchases. Steve Saretsky in Vancouver, a friend of ours, noticed it. And but I want to propose a theory with you right now. See what you think. Before, say, April, February, March, almost every single mortgage rate started with a 4. Is that fair? Like
very fair.
You know, like 2 years, and God knows, a year ago they were all a 5. It was like
the end of 2023, we were closing files in the touching a 6.
619. We did some 619.
That's
sure,
correct.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yep.
So suddenly in April, we started to see a few 399 numbers, and then quickly in May, there was lots of 379, 374. I saw 369 somewhere.
Right.
Not just high ratio, but all over the place. Like conventional mortgages, banks were fighting tooth and nail for business.
Bank branches were offering really great rates as well.
Fantastic deals. And guess what? It's interesting that those rates in the threes corresponded exactly to this uptick in the real estate market.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So rates have now returned to the fours.
Yep.
What do you think? 419, 444?
Conventional like 436, 444 in that neighborhood, and high ratio lower. But yeah, I would agree with you. What we saw was the bottom of bond yields. If you look at that beautiful chart that we all hit refresh on a daily basis, that bottom on bond yields was the second, I think it was April 19th or 18th, somewhere around there was the bottom. And you're right, people acted on that. They said, damn, what? We can get a 399 or 384 or whatever. And then we saw those rate holds, and what we're seeing now in our office, I'm sure you're seeing it here, is we're seeing those rate holds and those pre-approvals coming to fruition and funding on purchases.
Yep.
However, which is where you're going with this theory, I'll let you keep going.
Well, I mean, what we also know is that when rates go up, some of the lust for real estate drops off.
That's right.
But you and I both agree on one thing: there is such a thing as pent up demand. I mean, like
there is, yeah.
We'd like to be realistic. It's not just doom and gloom. I mean, there was a bump in business in real estate purchases. I think we'll see it in some stats. We'll see a bit of an improvement in some when the stats come out. But that said, people need shit happens, right? Like somebody has twins and they need some more room. Okay?
Absolutely.
People get a job transfer. It still happens.
Yep.
Those people many of those people get support. There's less of it now, but still, people need to get support from their companies to do that transaction. Hey,
life happens.
Sometimes a woman comes home from work early and discovers her husband's in bed with her sister. And there's a need to sell the house.
This is the second time in 6 or 7 times I've been here that you've used this reference. I think you and I off air have to have a conversation about it. Because maybe there's more to this story.
Look, I'm trying to think of a situation where there's some kinds of infidelity that might be sort of possibly
guy and gal
forgivable.
go to a Coldplay concert.
Shit happens.
Fuck. What can you do?
What can you do?
The house on the hill is now for sale.
Yeah, it's all for sale. They're both fired. I mean,
jobless.
It is what it is.
They got each other.
Yeah. I'm not so sure.
No.
I'm not so
Maybe
sure
they
got
don't
each other.
anymore.
I'm not positive
to your
about
point, shit happens. Marriage breakdown, moving for work, children. The walls are closing in, and we need a bigger home. Your family sick, an elderly family member's sick. They got to move in with you. House is too small. You got to move in with them.
But you can postpone. So there's where the pent up comes from. Okay.
Correct.
Like you want to do something, but the rates are all like 4.9 and the prices haven't come down enough.
And you're currently in a mortgage at 2.25.
That's for sure. Yeah.
And you're going to wait. You're just going to wait.
So that's happening, and so I'm gonna sit back and watch when the real estate market starts to sort of return, when people's attention turns to real estate, which is typically in September sometime once the kids are back in school.
Yep,
we'll see what happens.
Yep.
With 4.35, 4 point something rates, which runs us to the next issue, which is that there won't be any cuts at the Bank of Canada. Bank of Canada, no cut.
No cut. No. I think everybody should just get off of the notion that this is going to happen. Our economy is lagging, unemployment. Also, the mouth from the south is a huge uncertainty, and Tiff and Carolyn Rogers have made this very apparent in their pressers over the last couple of meetings. Like, we don't know. We know tariffs are inflationary. That's what we do know. So I think no cuts. You had mentioned that previously, later in the year. Yeah, I would say October, December, maybe.
Yeah, no cut next week. No cut this week.
Yeah.
Cut this week and no cut in September. Okay?
Correct.
So, and by the way, anybody who says, "Oh, maybe they'll hike," no, actually, go down to the bar and start drinking because you're not making any sense already.
Yeah.
You might as well be drunk. Okay, there is no hikes. Everybody got to get that through their head. There's no increases from the Bank of Canada.
The thing that I've been telling people when they bring up variable is this: hey, happy to talk about it, and if that's the way you want to go, okay, but are you going to be looking to lock in? Because if you're going to ride the variable for as long as you're going to be in the loan, then that's a thing. But if you're waiting for that fixed rate to dip down again, by the time rates start to go up with the Bank of Canada, if they do, that you've mentioned this before, those yields are always ahead of the Bank of Canada.
The increase in the bond yields are always way ahead of the Bank of Canada.
So if you're going to take the variable thinking you're going to lock into a discounted rate anytime soon, that ship might have already sailed.
16 months ago, I pitched the idea that everybody should go variable and then lock in if you could find a rate below 4. That I believe I was sure there would be an opportunity to get a rate below 4. Sure enough, there was. Mm-hmm. Now it's changed. So new information means new strategies.
Right.
Now I'm not telling everybody to infinitely stay away from variable because there's a bunch of reasons for variable.
Correct.
If you have a defined time in the future that you're going to sell a house.
Yes.
I talked to a guy yesterday. He says, yeah, I've got my application in for visas to go and move to other countries. I said, well, then why in the name of Jesus would you take a fix?
Right, exactly.
Okay, like it makes no sense.
Exactly.
It's fucking crazy. Okay,
3 months interest, people. 3 months interest.
Yeah, so there's always strategic product reasons to take a variable.
Correct.
But and I still believe there will be 2 cuts. Whether that first cut's in December and the second cut's in the fall and the new year, because this is my simple concept, and I talk to people about this every day. The StatsCan came out with a jobs report that said there were 80,000 jobs created in Canada. Now, 70,000 of them are part-time, so I don't know how important that is. But somebody tell me who's hiring. Like, I'm not fucking around. I know the economy's better in Alberta. I know that Quebec's doing okay, all right? So there's maybe some people hiring. But tell me who the fuck is hiring, okay? Everybody I talk to, every business I talk to,
they're going the other way.
And when I talk to the bankers, the 5 big banks are big fucking businesses in this country. They have lots of employees. They ain't hiring.
No.
Okay? Probably is going the other way.
Yeah.
All right? We hear about, I keep hearing about layoffs. I never hear about a new factory opening.
No.
I never hear about, Google's coming to Canada. Never heard that. Okay, that ran around for a while and then went away. Okay.
$80 trillion battery factory opening up with 10 employees, billions of dollars.
And then it closed.
Yeah.
And then it closed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
Billions of dollars of government funding.
Yeah. So this is what I believe. I believe sincerely, and everybody will say, but Ron, the only mandate of the Bank of Canada is inflation. Your employment story does not hold water. Well, actually, you can fuck yourself, because here's what I know. No Bank of Canada governor wants to be the guy who said, yeah, we've got 11% unemployment, but I'm not cutting rates, okay? No, there is no such human as that, all right? If employment gets bad enough, there will be cuts, but just not this week and not in September. That's all. We'll see. I believe.
You think October?
No, I think
December.
I think we need solid bad numbers on jobs.
Yeah.
We get some solid bad numbers. I mean, hell, unemployment rate in Toronto is almost 10. I mean,
wow.
It ain't good. Okay. Alberta unemployment is up. There's one thing people should realize about Alberta. It's still a great province to do things, to do business in. Houses are more reasonable for sure, but their unemployment's up. It's as simple as that.
Wow.
So yes, there was a bit of a burst, a micro burst in house sales, which I think we're going to see whether that rate issue plays out. The rates back in the 4s may tamp it down a little bit, but that's what we see, and that's what I think we're going to find out. And the condo thing just keeps on coming, right? I mean, you have condos in Guelph.
We do. We have quite a few, actually. Quite a few condo buildings in Guelph.
So, by the way, I just want to comment on that. Guelph is not a big city.
150,000-ish. Yeah, something like that.
And there is some land out there. Like, it's not totally...
Well, there is. I got to mind my P's and Q's when I talk about how over the last 20 years, Guelph has managed building out instead of up. But let's just say not a lot of home developers are lining up in the city of Guelph to build. And that's been like that for quite a few years. But
Okay, so that's a really interesting point that I want to expand on a bit, because I'm starting to develop another idea that we understand there is a housing crisis in Canada because the price of houses is batshit crazy.
Yeah,
okay?
bonkers. Yeah.
So, and that's also it's sort of true everywhere. Like I mean, people like to say, "No, Ron, you're wrong. It's just the big cities." Well, hold on a minute. Okay, like if I compare Tulsa, Oklahoma, to Quebec City, even when I do the currency exchange, Quebec City is still expensive, and it's one of the cheapest places to buy in Canada.
And by the way, the difference between Tulsa and Quebec City is Quebec City, they have to get on the roof to shovel off the fucking snow in the winter. And I've seen it with my own eyes.
Oh, yeah.
They shovel that shit. So, yeah.
There's, I mean, I like Quebec City.
I love Quebec City.
I've been there several times. I love Quebec City.
Yeah.
And it is for Canada, it's very reasonable house prices.
Yep.
But it is, compared with many small cities in the United States,
Yep.
all of our cities are too expensive. Like everywhere. Like people think that, oh yeah, well, Regina's inexpensive. Well, if we just drive straight south of Regina, we will hit a city where it's 50% less expensive.
Right.
So, it is expensive here. And I'm starting to develop an idea that it's not so much we have a housing crisis. We have a pricing crisis.
Right. The affordability.
Well, like, what the fuck's going on if we have all these condos we can't sell in Vancouver and Toronto? Like, if I'm the prime minister, I'm thinking, well, yes, we need to build 500,000 Carneyville affordable modular yurts. Okay, that's my plan. Yurts. It's my plan. Half a million of them.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. And somebody in the back row goes, don't we have like 500,000 condos that we can sell?
We got all these dog crate condos that don't sell. We got more coming. Like we got more. We got lots more. We got another 25,000, 30 units coming in the next 18 months. We got the highest completion in Ontario and British Columbia. We have the highest completions of purpose-built rentals, purpose-built high-rises, like the old-fashioned apartment buildings.
Yeah.
We have the highest level of completion of those since the 1970s. We're talking 50 years.
Wow.
More than ever in the last 50 years. We're having these rentals. They're pure rentals. They're owned by pension plans, owned by REITs. And they're only going to be rentals to compete with the dog crates. Okay.
Wow.
Like, so if I'm Carney, and look, I didn't vote for him. I don't agree with the policies, but I can't ever not believe he's not a smart guy.
Right.
Okay. So
you can disagree with him.
We're now going to get 75 comments. So, no, you're wrong. He's stupid. He's stupid. Okay. No, I'm allowed to say he's a smart guy. Remember, I did not vote for him. The point is that he and his staff, he's got millions of people helping him, right? They must notice this. They must notice that we have the highest inventory of unsold units in forever, all over Ontario, some parts of British Columbia. We have tremendous number of completions still to come. We have, like, people can't even get rid of them. Okay, like some stuff stays in the market for a year.
Also, one of those people on his staff is probably in tune with the population stats of Canada, birth statistics, knowing that Canadians are at like 1.25.
It's a very low fertility rate, not like South Korea. South Korea and Italy take the prize, but but it's bad. But more to the point, all of the student visas are going back.
That's right.
I know, again, there'll be comments, no, you're wrong, they're all staying, they're refugees.
They're leaving.
They're going back.
They're leaving.
Okay, they're leaving. Okay, because at the end of the day, if you cannot become a citizen, you don't need to live in this ball-freezing country in the winter, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
like, and work 3 jobs just to pay for a mattress in some fucking apartment.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So there will be a very stagnant population growth for this year and possibly next year. So if you're that Carney staff member saying, well,
hang on,
how is there a housing crisis when A, people aren't buying what's being offered, and B, all builders have stopped building. Like, do they know, like, why are we going to build 500,000 yurts? Okay. Modular yurts.
And these fucking guys have stopped building altogether.
And they were in the business of building. Okay. And they're stopping because there's like the number that came out for June is unbelievable. So in the entire GTA, which is 7 million people, there were 500 and change brand new construction houses sold. That's so low, it's ridiculous. It's like 86% less than 10-year average lows. Like, it's all nuts.
Yep.
But then if you look a little further, 200 of the 500 were condos, high-rise condos. So a high-rise condo, if you buy it now, they have to get to 75% of the building sold.
Right. Yep.
So and so far, none of them have in the last year and a half. So you just might get your deposit back. Like, you wait 3 months, we can't do it
because they can't get financing for the rest of the build.
We can't get financing unless we, get 75% pre-sold.
Yep.
So here's your check back, buyer, and we're canceling the project. Okay, which you're allowed to do. Okay,
right.
Well, that means there's fuck all. That means there's like 300, like less than 300 new homes, brand new construction homes
for 7 million.
Okay.
Wow.
Like, it's so bizarre. So if I'm that policy guy saying something's happening here, like, why are we building the modular yurts?
Yep.
Which basically will be rentals as well.
Yeah.
They're really designed. Whenever you hear the word affordable homes, that means rental. Okay.
Right.
So we're doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on something that ain't selling. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And in 1 or 2 generations from now, if the numbers keep on this track for birthing rates, is there going to be this massive surplus of properties?
Well, people still want to come to Canada. If you open up immigration, they will come.
Sure.
Okay? That's real.
The argument there is, like, the countries that most of the people would be coming from are also in plummeting birth rates. So
no. India is tremendously good birth rate.
It is not. I'm going to argue this. We're going to go for the comments. It's not. India is not good.
Not good.
It's
what?
under 2.
Okay, under 2 beats the hell out of under 1.
Well,
Japan
and Korea,
Japan and Korea are under 1. Okay,
correct. Correct.
But here's my thought on the Indian population. There's quite a few.
There's a couple.
and some of them might choose to leave. Like, you can't.
Couple.
By the way, you can't leave China, right?
No, you can't. No,
it's very hard.
No,
like you can get like in the last previous times, it was much easier to leave, and there were some economic reasons to leave. Like, your parents wanted to send you out of China to go to university,
Sure.
Then you could become a citizen.
Sure.
Then the rich parents would ship their money to you, so there was an outpost.
That's correct.
But right now they have a little less money.
Yes.
So there's some economic issues in China to do with, they're still rich, but they've also taken interest in new places. So apparently, 1 out of every 5th new home built in Dubai, like pre-sold in Dubai, is to Chinese. Okay, that's fascinating. Indians are buying them. Rich people from India are buying them, and the Brits are buying them.
In Dubai.
In Dubai,
isn't it hotter than fucking Dubai in the summer?
It's a furnace, but they have air conditioning. It's fine. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Tax free too.
What I'm suggesting, the tax situation is fantastic, but hot money goes somewhere, right? If they think the real estate's hot,
that's right.
Comes from all over the world now.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
So the truth of it is, we really do have a crisis. We have a pricing crisis.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
We have a pricing crisis that prevents young people from buying homes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And so it's absolutely likely not a true housing crisis.
Do you think I've always said that OSFI's probably never going to do anything ever again to make it easier, but do you think at some point, because it's a cost problem, a cost issue for the general population, do you think at some point we've got the 30-year amortization up to 1.5. Okay. But do you think there's going to be some sort of leniency for first-time buyers when it comes to no stress test or a lowered stress test? Because to your point, hey, Ron, you own a home, you're going to sell it, you're going to make a gob of money and buy the next. Okay, that's great for everybody. But for the people coming off the street, they're fucked. Like in the public sector, they're a little more cushioned, but in the private sector.
It's a great question. And the correct answer is that OSFI, the bank regulator, that's the Office of the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, it regulates all the federal institutions in Canada. They have a policy, as you know, they developed something called LTI, where they look at the whole portfolio of the banks, of all financial institutions, and say, okay, you have this kind of debt ratio scenarios. You have
for
this
quarter of the year.
Well, you have your portfolio has this kind of debt service issues. It has some stresses inside it, and we're going to manage the portfolio. They have announced, the regulator announced, Peter Rutledge said, in the first quarter of 2026, we will do a complete review of the stress test. So it's scheduled. It's scheduled to happen. Okay. Which means they will have a full year of LTI under their belts.
Okay. Interesting.
So that's the whole story. Yeah. And who knows what the fuck he's going to do? I don't know. Okay. I think it's fair to say that if you have a 4.5% 5-year fixed rate, you probably don't need to lose your mind about adding another 2% stress test to it. Right. But also that being said, there is solutions to this. I mean, you just say, all right, for 10-year fixed, there's no stress test. Right. There's a solution. Right. Okay. Easy peasy. Yeah. You take a 10-year fix, there's no stress test. Yeah. Okay. Off you go. Yeah. Contract rate. We do the contract rate and off you go. Because I'm going to tell you this, everybody in Canada, 10 years is long enough. Okay. 10 years is long enough. The U.S. has a 25-year term. Yes, they do. Same rate for 25 years. Yep. Same rate for 30 years is available in the U.S. But the bulk of those homes sell by the 10-year mark. They're basically priced off a 10-year bond. Okay. They're not priced off a 30-year bond or a 25-year bond. They're priced off a 10-year bond. Because they know the rollover is going to be in 10 years. They know where the average rollover point is. Yeah, that's right. So there's right now, 10-year pricing is not attractive. Right. Okay. And I won't go into all the technical story of why and penalties and on and on. Yeah. But if you want to incent people, put the incentives on a 10-year fixed, remove the stress test, make it a popular term, see if you can get lower rates on it, and go. Just go. Yeah. That's it. No stress test. Go take the contract rate, off you go. Yep. So I think we will see something in the new year. But the other thing, I am thinking that it's a pricing problem in Canada. It's not necessarily enough rental units or more rental units. No, God, no. There's enough inventory out there right now. But I will say, you mentioned this before, the pent-up demand. There is pent-up demand. I feel it. You know it's there. For a certain product. Correct. Not for dog crate condos. No, not for the condos. Pent-up demand is, I don't care how many times policymakers and politicians want to tell us all, go up instead of out. Let me tell you something. And I've said this before on this podcast many times. People don't give a fuck about living in the sky. They want to come home. They want to park their car. They want to get into their house. Their walls shouldn't be touching other people's walls because they don't want to hear about your fucking problems next door. They want to be in a detached home. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. Yes. There's nothing wrong with stepping up as a first-timer, townhome, semi. I get it. And we did that. Everybody's done that. But the market wants detached. And people are on their back foot. They're ready to go. It's just the timing is off right now for them. Because it's an unmanageable pricing issue. Yeah. That's, one of the reasons that there's no low-rise homes being sold in Southern Ontario, and somebody will always correct me. Oh, you're wrong, Ron. On my neighborhood, I'm in buttfuck nowhere, Ontario, and there's a builder who's cleared some ground, and I think he's going to start next week. And look, just listen, it's statistically correct. If there's only 300 low-rise homes, brand new homes, new construction homes sold in a region of 7 million people, I think it's appropriate to use the word nothing. Right. Okay. That is statistically nothing. Yeah. Okay. There are no buildings. So the problem being that the prices are still way too fucking high. The townhouse, just a 1,600, 1,700 square foot townhouse, 1,500, it's like $1 million. Right? Am I wrong? 900 grand? In my market? Yeah. Detached? No. Townhome. Freehold towns. Yeah, 7 to 8-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah, we just closed one a couple weeks ago. It was an end unit, a freehold townhome, and it was in the 7s. And technically, you're outside the GTA. Correct. Yeah, way outside of the GTA. So GTA, let's call 900 $1 million. Sure. Okay. Sure. But even your single-family homes are a lot of money. And you're outside the GTA. They are, yeah. What's the average price, do you think? New stuff, brand new. Oh, new build? New build. Oh, fuck.
You're pushing 9 to like 8, 9 to $1 million. That's crazy.
That's the pricing crisis, not the housing crisis.
Yeah.
The pricing crisis.
Yep.
Okay, and we've talked about ways you can work on this. We're not going to do that today, but I think there's an easy reason to understand why construction and sale of low-rise homes is suppressed, because once you take the investor out of the equation. Because let's face it, when those $1 million, $1.2 million homes were selling in Guelph 2 years ago, new construction, 3 years ago, there was a lineup to buy them.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, and they're coming from all over. They weren't from Guelph.
They weren't from Guelph.
Oh fuck no. We saw videos of people in Paris. The sales center was jammed with people
to buy 3,000 square foot homes.
Yeah, ain't nobody in Paris buying a 3,000 square foot home.
But what they were doing and planning on is putting in 16 futons and pouring students into them.
Allegedly.
Could have been.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. Because there should be a reason why they've stopped selling them now.
Right.
Okay. When the community college student immigrant story was running hot, they were buying. They were selling. People were saying, it doesn't matter what I'll pay you $1.4 million. I'll just get that thing finished so I can start stuffing students and international students into them. Okay.
Yep.
So, hey, and that is very meaningful to me because it tells me that most of the problems in Canada resolve around bad fucking government decisions.
Bad policy.
Yep. Bad fucking policy.
Yep.
Okay. All right. One thing we should touch on. So that's my emerging theory on the Canadian housing crisis is that it's a pricing crisis. That's the real issue. I mean, Carney can build as many modular yurts as he wants, but just adding more rentals to a rental surplus is something I'm not, it made me think the other day is the crazy World Economic Forum story about you will own nothing and be happy. I always thought it was utter bullshit, just a slogan of fucking foolishness. Okay. But when all that you're building is rentals, I'm starting to scratch my head, it's just, when people really want to just buy a low-rise property, whether it's a townhome, a semi, or whatever the hell it is, okay? But we're not going to let you because we stopped building them, but we will build you some rentals to live in.
That you can pay us for. Yeah, man. The 2-3 years ago of that kooky WEF, everybody's part of this greater plot to make us all poor.
The Illuminati.
All this shit,
behind it,
flashing hand signals. They're like they're telling us something secret. But here we are in 2025, and you're going, why are they fucking talking about building yurts? We don't want yurts. People don't want yurts.
It's like the story of the guy who has been a lifetime conspiracy theorist. Like he's hardcore. He's hardcore. And he passes away.
Okay.
And he ends up in heaven.
Okay.
And God welcomes him at the pearly gates. So it says, welcome, come on in. Anything you want to ask? Yes. Who killed JFK? What's the real truth there? Oh, no, it was, and God says, no, it was Lee Harvey Oswald. There's just no conspiracy. It was just him alone. The guy looks at God real seriously and says, fuck, this thing goes much higher than I thought.
Very good.
Anyway, no conspiracies. We're no tinfoil hat guys here. But one thing that people do ask me sometimes when I'm having conversations with other media people, they say, is it hard to get a mortgage these days? And look, I mean, I like to respond like, it's not. Like if you are a very, very solid borrower, you're going to get a mortgage. In fact, banks are going to fight over the rate. They're going to fight over you.
Yep.
Okay. So, but here's what we're discovering. The paperwork fuckery is starting to go off, just right off the rails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have our favorite subject of down payment now. All right. So if you're a mortgage broker listening to this, you will just start.
You'll start to dry heave.
You're going to reach for your Kleenex and start to weep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what we got. We got FinTrack, which is AML, anti-money laundering.
Yes.
So even though their own rules work around $5,000 and $10,000 limits, okay?
Which, by the way, the $10,000 limit's been in place since the fucking 70s?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
So
in 1970, you could buy a house and a fucking helicopter for $10,000. What can you get now for $10,000?
$10,000 you had to trade something too. Maybe trade some food or something. But yeah, you could get it.
What can you get for 10 grand now?
You cannot.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Right.
So literally nothing. When it costs $10 billion to expand the airport in Montreal, then I think
we need to raise that
10 grand might be the same as $10. Okay.
Right.
But this is incredible what you have to do for underwriting in terms of getting your down payment verified today. And it's not true for everybody. If you're only working with your own bank that you do all your financial transactions with, you won't notice this. You will not notice this at all.
Right.
Okay. Because they've already done the compliance on your deposits.
Right.
So they don't have to do it twice. But if you're a mortgage broker or you're another bank, you have to do a bunch of analysis. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have to say, all right, where is your down payment coming from? It's coming from a gift. Okay. Get your gift, go get the person who's giving you the gift, your mom, your dad, your grandma, get her to sign this document. And then we have to show the money coming out of her account. Oh, geez, Grandma might not want to show her bank account. Well, tell Grandma she's shit out of luck. If you want this mortgage, she's going to give us her bank statement.
Right.
Okay. Oh, she's really pushing back. Well, you better push fucking harder. You're not going to get a mortgage. Okay. Or you're going to only get it from your bank. Okay.
Right.
Who sees it's coming from Grandma's bank.
Right.
So we got that fight. But now we got something more. We got the $2,000 random deposit.
Yes.
You've encountered this as well.
I have. It's a classic case of, purchase. We'll use easy numbers. $1 million, 20% down. That's 200 grand. 200 grand is coming from investments, which we can show the paper trail for.
RSPs, TFSAs,
whatever,
you name it, yeah.
And gifted down payment. So, gifted down payment, as you noted, we have to show a bank statement showing the gift being deposited into the client, the soon-to-be homeowner's bank account.
And also leaving dad's account, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. So you show that account with the gift going in, but then you got to show 90 days history for some institutions, 90 days history for the deposits. So then you get a 90-day span of bank statements, which sometimes we encounter people, they're simply a big bank. Like you got fucking paperwork everywhere from 90 days.
You got all the different transactions.
All the different transactions, right? Okay, great. In this 90-day span, if we go from today back 88 days, there's a deposit into the bank account of $3,000 or $4,000. What's that? Okay,
but it's not down payment. We don't. We settle the down payment.
Yeah, down payment's all reconciled. It's all here. Yeah. But what's that? And it's like, he's a cop, she's a cop, RSPs from a website or bank that is legit, deposits, everything's there. What the fuck you need to know what the $1,000 for?
What's that $3,500 mean to you?
What is it? What are we even talking about? Especially if they're selling and buying. That's even better.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like they just fucking appeared out of nowhere and they're buying a house.
The proceeds of the sale are the down payment.
Yeah. Yeah, but what's that? Like,
no, but all I have to prove is the down payment. No. We see that there was one point on the statement where the down payment is we can see that. We can see the money is coming from the trust ledger, moving through. But over here, we see a $2,000 deposit. What's that all about?
So what do you have to do now? Do you have to actually ask the client to go get the invoice for the fucking used snowmobile that he sold his buddy for cash? Or do you just say to the lender, he went to the casino and what are we even talking about?
Do you have videotape of him in the casino?
Right, exactly.
So look, when I just want to say this to all the borrowers out there who might be listening or watching. When you're saying to yourself, these mortgage people are fucking nuts. They're asking me for so much paper, so much bullshit. They're asking me to provide the bank statements to balance to my pay stubs. But if we see a $2,000 a random deposit on that, where we're matching your pay stubs to your bank account, we're going to question that too. I mean, it's literally fucking wild, okay? And what's it accomplish? Here's the deal. This is important to understand. Both the United States and Interpol believe that Canada is the most infiltrated country in the world by the Iranian Republican Guard. Okay.
What?
By the Iranian, we are, because look, we have a big Iranian population in Canada for the size of our country.
Right.
Okay. And we have a lot of, I'll give you an idea. There's a street called Ambleside. in West Vancouver.
Okay.
And Ambleside in West Vancouver, I think, has 6 Farsi-speaking money exchange stores. Okay, which is roughly the same as you and I being hit by lightning 6 times. Okay, and the same day. All right, money exchange stores. Okay, what the fuck? I mean, like, hey, FinTrack, maybe you should have a different focus than tracking down 2 police officers buying a house in Guelph. For fuck's sakes, okay? Like, how fucking stupid are you, FinTrack? Yeah, I'm calling you out. Come and audit my brokerage. I don't give a fuck, okay? Like, please, try your best, you fuckers, okay? You are the dumbest clucks in the world. You and CRA are the 2 dumbest bunch of fuckers on earth, okay? Your rules make no fucking sense. Why are there 5 money exchange stores only speaking Farsi on the same fucking street in West Vancouver? Like, what the fuck's going on here, okay? Go investigate them, please. Leave our 2 cops buying their first home alone. Leave them the fuck alone. Jesus, okay. All right, we've fucked up enough governments so far. Thank you, Rob. You're like I think this is your 4th time. You're like one of the record holders. So
I hope people enjoy it. I'm more than happy to keep coming back as long as people enjoy it. Thank you, Ron, for having me on. I appreciate it.
Great having you.
Thank you.
If you like the pod, well, don't just sit there. Go to YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and all the other ones and like the pod. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep being angry at mortgages and swearing about mortgages. Angry Mortgage could use your support.